Although we have a lot of young people that have all of these autoimmune diseases, and we have all these diseases running rampant that we barely had, if at all, just 50 to 100 years ago. The foods are more processed now, sugars in everything, high fructose corn syrup. Jeez, you might as well take cyanide almost, in my opinion. Hello, my friends. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I've had a few ups and downs, and I discovered something that I wasn't fully aware of, I guess, with the carnivore diet, or not, or not with the carnivore diet. Figure that one out. So I've been feeling a little bit run down in the afternoons. I have energy in the mornings and things, but my first thought is, well, gee, what am I doing wrong on carnivore? And I've been working my butt off around the farm. And in another video, I said that my biggest problem is I overdo it. And I think that's what's been going on with that. I've had these ups and downs, and I'm feeling a little run down. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a carnivore. I'm supposed to have all this energy, right? And so I must be doing something wrong. Well, I'm 67 years old, and I'm working hard like when I was in my 40s, 30s and stuff, doing stuff for moving fences, digging post holes, running the tractor, all kind of stuff, which I wouldn't have been motivated to do had I not been feeling as good as I have. Hey, my friends, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and help the algorithm see my videos and show my videos more. Carnivore is not all lollipops and unicorns. My body is still healing. I still have stiffness in my knees and my back in the morning, but it's way less than it was. And I've been struggling with cramps in my ankles and feet in the morning when I wake up, or near that, and sometimes it wakes me up. And so my sleep has been disrupted a little bit from that too, and that could be contributing. But I've realized that I'm still healing. My body is healing after 67 years of a carb-centric diet, and some abuse and that sort of thing. It's going to take some time. I'm figuring. So I've been on ketovore for 6 months, carnivore for another 7 months. So over a year on a ketogenic diet, low carb and then no carb. And so it's probably going to take another year for everything to resolve. And, but we're always in a hurry. So I guess the moral of that is stop blaming carnivore for everything. Take a look at everything that you're doing and see what's going on. I actually had somebody tell me, their doctor said, well, you're one of the few that can't do carnivore. And I probably should have kept my mouth shut, but I said, oh, bullshit. That doctor doesn't know what they're talking about. Anybody can do carnivore. But the problem is people start doing it and they get some benefits, and then they have some problems, or they start feeling not as good or whatever after the initial benefits. And so, I got to quit. You can't quit, folks. Don't quit. You got to push through. Your body's adapting. It's healing. And the things that you're doing are going to lead you to a better life. What are you going to do? You're going to go back to a carb-centric diet and get all the adages of old age that we attribute to old age, all the maladies and things, and get decrepit in your old age? There's people on the forums, folks, 60s, 70s, 80s, that say they feel better than when they were in their 30s. And they've healed every malady under the sun. I keep hammering that because it's so true. So stay the course, my friends. Stay the course if you're on carnivore. If you're thinking of trying it, just realize it may not be perfect all the time. The younger you are, the easier it seems for most people. Although we have a lot of young people that have all of these autoimmune diseases, and we have all these diseases running rampant that we barely had, if at all, just 50 to 100 years ago. And so You know, the foods are more processed now. Uh, Sugars in everything. High fructose corn syrup. Jeez, you might as well take cyanide almost, in my opinion. So the point, I guess, that I wanted to make is that the benefits far outweigh any hiccups that you might have on trying this. And if you're not convinced, well, you know, I can't convince you. You just got to look at the results. And there's thousands and thousands of people who are reporting amazing, incredible results. And so, you know, if you want to be healthy, it's the proper human diet. Speaking of the proper human diet, we're in the month of May, and Carrie Mann's documentary called Healing Humanity, The Power of a Proper Human Diet is coming out this month. It's going to open in theaters, I believe. But you can go to the website, healinghumanity.com, I believe. And you can also get on the mailing list, and so they'll let you know when it's coming out or when it's going to be near you. Eventually, I think the goal is to get onto the streaming platforms, which would be awesome. This is going to help millions. When you can see the benefits that people have gained, the healings. Mimi Morgan. Look up Mimi Morgan on YouTube. My God, friends, her story is incredible. And the thing is it's not necessarily unique. And she's also in this documentary too. So she had about 6 months to live. Her kids were planning on her passing away. And yeah, now she has her own foundation or organization that helps people. She had Parkinson's disease and a whole bunch of other things. So, and Carrie Mann's story herself. I've said that before. It's incredible. This is part of the new earth. I'm going to get a little new agey on you here, if you will. Most of you, if you're awake at all, know that we're in a transition. Some people think things are falling apart. I say they're not falling apart. They're reorganizing. Sometimes you got to tear down the old to bring in the new. And I believe that the popularity of the carnivore diet and many other things are part of that change. And things aren't falling apart. It's just a little bit chaotic because things are changing. Anyways, my friends, there is nothing that tastes so good that it tastes better than being healthy. Okay? Think about that. And I didn't coin that quote. I got that off of a person on Facebook. And I made a meme of it and put it out there. And I gave her the credit with her name on it. And I can't remember her name at the moment, which is sad. But anyways, I just loved that quote. And so I thought that deserves a meme. So I haven't weighed myself, I don't know, in about a week. So as far as I know, I'm about at the same weight. I've been holding for about a week at the last time I weighed myself. And so it's been another week or so. So I might have lost some weight, but weight loss is not the number one goal. But it's one of the major benefits of it. And, you know, and it's healthy. So I am doing well. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and help the algorithm see my videos and show my videos more. And let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if you think I should be talking about something else. Maybe I should be doing things a little different. I'm just kind of winging it here on this, just to document my carnivore journey, my health journey, my anti-aging journey. Carnivore is the ultimate anti-aging diet, in my opinion. I'm still doing the bone broth. I have stopped taking the methylene blue. I haven't taken that for a couple of months. I think it was helpful in the beginning. I'm still doing creatine. I'm still doing my morning, it's more like noon, 11:30 to noon, coffee, decaf coffee with 2 eggs, some creatine, a pat of butter, and some MCT oil. I love that. And I've taken to eating a couple of boiled eggs along with that also. So there's 4 eggs. And that's usually my first meal of the day. And then I'll have usually some kind of meat in the evening, steak or roast or something. Occasionally chicken and fish like tuna. I love tuna, that kind of thing. So I'm still doing all of that. I haven't done my X3 training for a while because I've been working so hard on the farm, but I need to get back to that. And so, and the weather has changed. It's warming up. And so I'm out doing a lot of stuff on the farm. We've got cows, we've got sheep, got chickens. Got to support that carnivore habit, right? All right, my friends. Peace out.